calling all nerds.
Right, I'm tired. It's boiling hot outside. And I really can't be arsed, but it's about time I did another one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4, hit!
Right, well, I'm back with my first ever Colour No Nerds Friday Foursome, and this month's question is favourite fighting character. So it'd have been so easy to pick 4 Street Fighter 2 characters straight away, but I thought I need to think outside the box and try and come up with something a little bit more creative and different. So I've decided to go for these 4 characters. Now for my first character, I'm going for this fella on Way the Exploding Fist. Now he's got no name, he's got no personality or backstory, and he hasn't even got any unique moveset really. But I used to love this game so much as a kid, and this is what got me into fighting games. Now the controls on this thing were pretty hard to master. I mean, I used to play it on keys most of the time because if anyone that had a Spectrum knows, you couldn't just plug your joystick into the Spectrum. You had to plug it into an interface first, which was like a Kempston or something like that. And they used to last literally a couple of weeks. For some reason, you'd have to plug it into the back of your computer, and for God knows whatever, it just wouldn't work. So you always had to go back to revert to playing keys. So in the end, I just give up on joysticks altogether and just stuck with keys. Now on this game, you have sort of like up, down, left, right, and then you have sort of diagonals like up, right, up, left, down, right, and a fire button. I think there were 2 fire buttons. There were a fire button that you held down and pressed like sort of left to do a punch left, or you pressed another button and it did and left and it did sort of like a block. So you had loads of different moves to do on this, and it was sort of like you had to sort of pick the right move against your opponent. It were really, I mean, it proper basic, but considering how it were against other games where you'd literally just press a fire button to do an attack, it's had quite a lot of moves. But I used to play it for ages, and I always used to love being the fact that my character was the sort of like guy in the black suit. And like I said, no personality, no backstory. There's nothing there to sort of draw me in. It's like saying even my favourite character, because all the characters in that game were the same. It was just a different colour suit. Had the same moves and everything. But back then, I don't suppose they didn't go into that much detail, and it didn't really matter. It was playing the game that was the main thing. So yeah, my first character in the Friday Foursome is going to be the guy with no name from Way the Exploding Fist. Now for my second character, I'm going to go for a game that I'm not sure many people are going to go for because I don't think they see it as a sort of one-on-one fighting game, but it is one-on-one, and it's my Friday Foursome, so I'll pick what I want. And it's going to be Little Mike from Punch Out. I absolutely love this game, and it was the reason why I got a Nintendo. And I was just drawn to this little character. I mean, you've got this little fella taking on these massive giants, and I just sort of thought I was just drawn to it. I mean, I used to love Rocky, and I think the reason why I like Rocky so much is that underdog story, the fact that he's taking on something that he shouldn't really be beating, and you get that sort of impression from Little Mike with him being so small. He's fighting these huge guys, and then especially on the original Mike Tyson's Punch Out, taking Tyson on an end, which is just like Mission Impossible. But I just loved it. I just loved that little character. I mean, I'm saying he's a kid, but I think he's an adult, isn't he, really? And he's just a bit vertically challenged. But again, I just think he's a fantastic character. I mean, I suppose in a way he's the only character that you can actually pick, but he's still a character in a one-on-one beat 'em up. So he's going in for me. Number 2, Little Mike. Now for number 3, I'm going to pick a character out of the Tekken series. Tekken were quite a big thing because we jumped from 2D to 3D with the PlayStation, and Tekken was the first sort of 3D fighting game I ever played. I never played Vaj. Fucking big dirty wasp going flying past. That fucker's going to come back and sting me. Shit! The fuck? Right. We're back in a minute. I've just got to deal with this little cunt. Right, well I couldn't get him. He's up there. I've got to keep an eye on him though, because he looks like he's one of them that's drugged up, because when he flew past it were right slow. Making me nervous that, but we'll crack on. Anyway, what we're saying, Tekken, that's it, Tekken. Law. Did I say Law? I don't know. I can't remember where I am. He proper put me off. Anyway, third character is going to be Law from the Tekken series. As I was saying, it sort of changed the game when it went to PlayStation, went 3D. Never played Virtua Fighter, and then Tekken came out, and Law was always the character that I was drawn to. I think it's purely because he was like Bruce Lee. Fast moves, easy to get to grips with, easy to kick people's arse with, and special moves were quite good as well. I think that one where he just sort of runs up him and flips off. But yeah, for me, Law was always the go-to character in the Tekken series, and he always will be. Now for my fourth character, it's the easiest answer I've ever had to give. It's Ryu from Street Fighter 2. I ain't even got to think about that. I'm not sure what Novabug's on about, saying Ken's better. Big mop of blonde hair, big black thick eyebrows, and he's got a right sniffer on him. It's Ryu. I mean, he's got a red bandana. Everyone cool wears a red bandana. Rambo. Somebody else with a bandana that's red, surely. Who has a red bandana? Rambo. There's somebody else. There is somebody else because I thought of this before I actually started recording. I've lost my trail of thought. It's that Wasp. Proper put me on edge. I can still hear it. Raphael. That's it. I knew there was another one. Raphael, Rambo, Ryu. Red bandana equals cool. End of. Actually, Chris, if there's a Street Fighter 2 arcade cab at Play Blackpool, I think me and you should settle it once and for all who's best, Ryu or Ken. But for me, Ryu, my favourite fighting character out of any other fighting game, hands down. I found his moves easy to learn, to master, and I was just able to wipe anybody out that came around and played me at Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. From the fireballs, the dragon punch. I still remember the first time I did a dragon punch, and then when I actually did one in a fight. I mean, the fireball, the spinning kick. I mean, he had such cool moves. There's also the nostalgia factor as well, with Street Fighter 2 being such an iconic game and being a big part of my childhood growing up. So Ryu was a central figure in that. So there are my four choices. You've got Man with No Name, Way of Exploding Fist, Little Mac, Law, and Ryu. So if you like this video and you like my choices, don't forget to nip over to Novabug's Facebook page and give this video a like, and I might win it. But that's it. Until next time, cheers for watching.